Rural dwellers in Ogun State may soon have some respite as the government is expediting action on the completion of roads and other projects in some of the communities. The state government is looking more into local content in the construction of the rural roads as a way of encouraging citizens' participation and giving the locals a sense of belonging. Also, plans have reached advanced stage for the establishment of Ogun State Polytechnic in the state following an upgrade of the existing state-owned Moshood Abiola Polytechnic into Moshood Abiola University of Science and Technology. These resolutions formed part of deliberations at the State Executive Council meeting today at the Governor's office in Okemoson, Abeokuta, the state capital. Time for sports news now. Here's Ayotunde Balogun.
Nigeria's home-based Super Eagles have advanced to the group stage of the WAFU Nations Cup with a 2-0 win over Sierra Leone. Okoro Moses gave Nigeria the lead via a direct free kick on 83 minutes before substitute Peter Ineje drilled in the second off the post with 3 minutes left in regulation time. The goalkeeper, Ikechukwu Ezenwa, bagged the Man of the Match award after pulling off strings of excellent saves. Jose Mourinho says Manchester United are back in their natural habitat and are ready to compete with the best teams in the UEFA Champions League. United missed last season's tournament, but their UEFA Europa League triumph secured a return to Europe's elite competition. They begin their campaign on Tuesday against Swiss side FC Basel at Old Trafford. Frank de Boer has been sacked as manager of Crystal Palace after 5 games and 77 days in charge. De Boer only took over this summer, succeeding Sam Allardyce, who left after helping Palace avoid relegation last season. The Eagles are 19th in the English Premier League after losing 1-0 at Burnley on Sunday and has failed to score in their 4 league matches under the 47-year-old Dutchman. Reports say former England boss Roy Hodgson is highly favoured to now replace him. Rafa Nadal has described his US Open triumph as the perfect ending to the Grand Slam season. The world number 1 completed a dominant run to his 16th Grand Slam championship title, his second this year, with a 6-3, 6-3, 6-4 win over South Africa's Kevin Anderson in Sunday's final. Nadal caps an impressive Grand Slam campaign with his second major victory of 2017 after clinching his 10th French Open title in May. That's a wrap in sports news. I'm Marachi. We'll be back with the rest of the news at 10.
Authorities in Florida are assessing damage caused by Hurricane Irma as it battered the state over the weekend. Irma, which hit Florida as a Category 4 hurricane, has now been downgraded to a tropical storm.
Florida experienced its roughest night on Sunday as Hurricane Irma lashed the Gulf Coast, sending pounding rain, surging turf and bending trees, leaving nearly 3 million homes and businesses without power statewide, while flooding streets and swaying skyscrapers in Miami. Some 6.5 million people, a third of the state's population, had been ordered to evacuate southern Florida as the storm approached. An estimated 170,000 people were lodged in some 650 emergency shelters early Sunday evening, according to the Florida Division of Emergency Management. Many residents took up shelter in hotels as the storm made landfall in Florida Keys. Many worried how the storm would impact their lives.
Right now, going back to having a home, because we're in the Mobile Park, and, we don't know.
Irma's force was so strong, it pulled water from Tampa's shores, something residents who have lived there have never seen all their lives. Irma cut a devastating track across 10 Caribbean countries and territories, killing at least 28 people there. The eye of the storm did not hit Miami as initially thought. Rescuers, however, have to now conduct integrity tests on 42 bridges linking the Florida Keys. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has approved a major disaster declaration and emergency federal aid for Florida, describing the hurricane as a big monster.
Security sources in Egypt have confirmed the death of 18 policemen following an attack on a convoy by Islamic State militants. In today's attack, the police convoy was traveling along the road between Arish and Kantara when a suspect vehicle tried to break through it. A statement from the Interior Ministry said when police forces dealt with the vehicle, it exploded and caused damages to the patrol's vehicles. It was followed by a shootout between the police officers and the terrorists, resulting in the death and injury of several. And the main news again. For the second time in 8 months, Nigeria Customs today seized pump-action rifles numbering 1,100 at the Tinkan Island port in Lagos. Also today, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to proceed with the process of recalling Senator Dino Melaye by his constituents in Kogi State. The senator said he would appeal the judgment tomorrow. That's News at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.